Well, hello, everybody. John Hunt here from MarketingPlanGuide.com. Welcoming you to another edition of our live Monday Marketing Plan Q&A programs. We do this every Monday except for major holidays. And I wanted to speak quickly into the purpose of this session so we can get to the business at hand, which is answering your questions. The purpose of this session is just to allow you to ask any questions relating to creating your marketing plan, and we're pretty broad with that definition. So you can submit just about anything, and if I can't answer it, I will find the right person to do it and get some answers for you. So, and today I have a special guest. My special guest today is Mike Mraz. He is a trade show educator, and he's also a strategist, marketing strategist, a great sales trainer. Mike, are you there with us today? Have you joined in?
Well, I'm hoping that the technology's working. How do I sound, John?
Oh, you sound marvelous, baby. All right, everything is cool and good to go. We got actually several pre-submitted questions today regarding trade shows. That's why I asked Mike on. Mike did a webcast with us last Thursday on the 3 secrets to trade show marketing, and we had a Q&A portion of that which got cut short, so we allowed people to submit some more questions so we could get that piece done as well. But I do like to take the questions in the order that I did receive some. You know, what is the proper way to engage someone when they approach your trade show booth? And I suppose there's a spectrum here from the carny barking out at people to the person sitting back who shouldn't probably be at the show because they're so shy they've just got a sign there because they're the new guy. What do you typically coach people on as far as engaging someone when they approach the trade show booth?
Well, the questioner here I believe is halfway home, because they do mention engaging, which means that they understand that it is the job of the exhibitor to begin or engage the marketplace in conversation. So props for that. So let's talk about, I think you sort of boiled it down a bit there, John. It really is that spectrum of being too obnoxiously aggressive, like the carny barker or the traditional used car sales approach, and then there's that wallflower that may just stand there and wait for the market to knock on their door and then get nothing. I would encourage different teams of staffers to try to find their comfort zone. What are they comfortable with? Because not everybody is going to be comfortable with a fairly aggressive approach. But I would encourage you to turn that aggressive knob up for yourselves as high as it can be before it reaches obnoxious. Let's be professional, but let's be focused. So let's know that your company exists today because there's a value of what you offer to the market. That value is often something that's not understood as people run by your 10-foot booth and take a peek at what you've done visually. It's going to require some one-on-one, very specific to the situation discussions about how that unique product will fit and fulfills the challenges that the company's having. So if you understand that, then you would adopt the notion that it is my job as the staffer to bring this story to the market, and it must begin with a handshake, or it must begin with some kind of a pattern interrupt where you arrest somebody, if you will, or stop someone in the aisle and begin a discussion. Now,
Mike, let me just ask you a quick question, because that kind of makes me think about the idea of how many people that go to trade shows. I know when I go, I always have 2 or 3 people that I want to go see. But then, of course, there's the random interruption like you're talking about. What is there any statistics on that? How many people kind of decide what they're going to see before they go to the show versus how many people are just boom? I remember I was at the state fair once, and I was walking by the water softener guy, and yeah, I was in the market for one, but he kind of grabbed out at me, and we got in a conversation. Before I knew it, he had an appointment with me to come over and assess our house. So, what are the industry thoughts on that cold lead versus the one who's kind of thinking I'm going to go there?
Great comment, and I want to address something else real quickly before I go into that. You mentioned the state fair, and that is a B2C, or a business to consumer platform, and the approach or the mentality there, I believe, is a little bit different, because many folks aren't, as you weren't, intending to purchase anything at the fair. They're just walking around. It's sort of like a looky-loo experience. But in a B2B setting, we know that people go to trade shows not because they've got nothing better to do. They go because they have unique needs, unique concerns, and even if the concern is to validate that their current vendor is still the best option, that's a concern that gives you, as a competitor of that current vendor, a chance to tell your story and get your foot in the door, if you will. But let's address the issue at hand. I think, speaking of at hand, it's about handshaking, or it's about that domestic U.S. professionally accepted way to connect with someone is to extend your hand. And simply by doing that, you will find that many people know exactly what to do when you extend your hand. They will either accept it, or maybe they won't, but most folks seem to be receptive to that. And now you certainly want to have your words ready, so when skin touches skin, you can welcome them and set the stage with an open-ended question. And the one I like to use most often includes the individual's name. So if they're wearing a name badge, and typically at a B2B show they are, that's another thing that's not going on in the consumer environment. Most people don't come with their "Hello, my name is" name badge on. They come just in their flannel shirt. And anyway, with the name badge, you can catch that first name and include that name in your greeting and say something like, "Well, hi, John. What brings you to the show today?" as you shake John's hand, and then let John fill in the blanks. And most of us, once we get it jump started, once we get the pump primed for discussion, it's fairly easy to continue that into a qualifying session.
Well, folks, that's all the time we have for today. This is Marketing Plan Q&A Live. We do this every Monday, 3 to 3:30 Central Time, except for holidays. So if there's a holiday, for example, like the 4th of July, we wouldn't be doing it on the 5th, which would be a Monday this year. So our next session would be, of course, the following Monday. But we do this as a service to our customers and friends. We do it also as a way to keep in touch with the market and get a conversation going, so we know what's on your mind and what we can do to help develop things to make your marketing a better effort. So, folks, thank you so much for attending today, and we'll see you on a future program on a Monday coming up soon.